Hey, Stingrays fans, Jared Shafran here with another edition of Stingrays Signings presented by Canine Control Training and Rehabilitation, as well as Home Telecom. I'm with Tariq Hammond, new defenseman for the Stingrays this season. He is definitely not a stranger to Charleston, was with the team for the entirety of the 2019-20 year, and back now with the Stingrays, last year under contract with the Hershey Bears, and this year with South Carolina. Tariq, how has your off-season been? What have you been up to? What have you been spending your time doing with this extended off-season?
Well, good to see you again, Shaf, first and foremost. But it's been a crazy off season, as everyone can imagine. Just trying to stay busy, to be honest. I've been back home in Calgary staying with my parents, and it's a little different than what I'm used to. But yeah, just trying to stay busy with working out and skating as much as possible. Been playing a ton of golf this summer, which has been awesome. I usually don't get to do that, so yeah, just trying to stay busy and hanging out with friends and family when I can, and yeah, it's been a good off season so far, but it's been a long one. So I'm ready to get back to the rink and playing some hockey.
Yeah, what is your training schedule like during the off season? Is it something where, and I'm sure you probably had to modify a little bit this year, but are you a guy who really likes to get on the ice a lot? Do you try to stay off sometimes? What do you try to do normally? And obviously you haven't played that many years of pro, so you're probably still getting into that rhythm of what you do for pro versus college. But what's your normal schedule like?
Well, in years past, probably the last three off seasons, I've actually spent it in Denver, Colorado, where I went to school. And we have a great setup there with using our trainer from when we were in at college, and we get to use all the facilities, and they have ice at the rink there. So obviously, I haven't been down there, which is unfortunate, but I've just been kind of doing other things right now. Haven't skated too much, but just kind of keeping the rust off as much as possible. But been in the gym a lot, and yeah, as soon as two and a half months out, I usually start ramping up the ice times and getting my legs back under me, because you can train as much as you want in the gym, but there's nothing like battling in the corner for a puck or pushing someone out in front of the net. So get back to that here pretty quick.
Give us a little bit of your process on how you decided that you wanted to come back to Charleston and be a member of the Stingrays this year. Obviously, with Hershey last year, so a little bit different, but you spent your year here, so you had a lot of time to kind of get to know the area. What was it like deciding what you wanted to do for the upcoming season?
I mean, it was different for sure. Our season just ended there in March, and we had a great team and a group of guys and a great staff and everyone a part of the organization. So for it to just get cut off like that, it was pretty shocking. And we got back home, and you just kind of reflect back on the season. And I kept up with Coach Berge for a while, and had conversations with Ryan with Blairsy all the time. And I loved everything about Charleston. It was a great place to live. We got treated really well. Obviously, we were having success on the ice, which makes the place a lot better. And when things kind of came down to it, I feel like it was the best place for me to be. I know the city, I know the fans, I know how things operate, and those I loved everything about it. And that type of place doesn't come around too often. So I think it was a great decision, and I'm very fortunate to have this opportunity. And I'm excited to get back to work. I've kind of had the mantra of unfinished business in my mind, and that kind of motivates me to come back. And I truly believe that we can bring back a championship to South Carolina. And yeah, we got all the pieces for it. We just got to get back there and get back to work.
Yeah, what was it like last year? What was that team like being around? I mean, what do you remember from maybe some of the reasons why you guys had so much success? So what was some of the reasons for such a good season for this team?
I think we just gelled really well. We had an awesome group of guys. I mean, I'd hang out with anyone any given time, as you don't find that too often in pro hockey, especially because people do have other things they tend to outside of the rink. But we were extremely close, and we'd go to battle for each other every night on the ice. And when you're winning and stuff, it makes those bus trips or tough days a lot easier. And we we put ourselves in that situation a lot. And, it's just everyone knew that we could be good, but we put in the work for it. It was just a fun year to be a part of, and it sucks that it ended because we were just coming up from playoffs, and that's why you grind through the regular season, is to get to that playoffs where your best hockey's being played, and you want to run for a championship. So yeah, it was a super super fun year, and hopefully we can reciprocate that this upcoming year.
What's it been like for you to kind of watch what Coach Blair and first it was Coach Bergen, but once Coach Blair got in the mix, what's it been like for you to watch his process of signing players? I'm sure kind of seeing names pop up and starting to get in touch with some of the guys who are returning. Thoughts on so far what the team looks like so far?
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, there's a lot of the hockey world is really small, so you really know everyone or know of them or where they played and stuff. So I think he's done a great job so far. We keep in contact regularly just to check up on each other, and obviously he's new to this role, but I think he's doing an exceptional job so far with bringing in some high caliber guys. And yeah, it's nice that we can talk to each other, not just as a coach and player, but we just check up on each other and how things are going. And obviously it's crazy times out there, so anything could really be going on, but I think he's doing really well so far. It's going to be a big learning curve with anything that you get thrusted into, but yeah, it's exciting when you see players signing, and it just means that hockey season is that much closer.
I know we talked about it a little bit when we spoke a few days ago, but obviously as a defenseman and really everybody on this team had a really good relationship with Coach Blair last season. Wondering if you could kind of expand on what you kind of were talking about recently with me, as far as, being comfortable with him, having that relationship where you guys could bounce things off each other, and why he was successful as an assistant coach last year, and what are some of the things that he brings every day to the rink.
Yeah, I mean, last year was his really first year coaching, so I think he did a great job as a defenseman. We worked extremely close with him, and always chatted about new ideas, or watching video or cutting video and just watching clips. And I think, like I said to you earlier, he has a passion for it. Like he wants to get better, which that you want to be surrounded with people like that. He's extremely hard worker in that sense. And we'd bounce ideas off each other. Well, would you see this, like how they played this player? What are their first option? Like just stuff like that we could talk to each other about. And he'd ask me about coaches in the past that have coached me and what I've liked about them. And I think the biggest thing is he was super approachable last year, and it made going to talk to him really easy with anything that was on your mind. So I think he's going to do a great job as head coach, and yeah, it'll be exciting.
You were in Charleston your whole season last year. What are some of the things that you loved about being down here? Was it, obviously you said you're going golfing. Was it the golf? Was it the weather, beach? What are some of the things you enjoyed, and what are some of the things maybe you're looking forward to getting back to, or maybe that you didn't get a chance to do last year that you're trying to do this year?
First thing that comes to mind is definitely the weather. It's starting to get cold here in Canada, but no, everything I loved about it. I mean, I didn't take advantage of the golfing in the winter months as much as I would like, but with me getting into golf a little more this summer, I hope to take advantage of that. But yeah, I found the people were awesome around town. Super nice. I mean, there's a lot of history in that town, so even when my family came out, they loved it down there. And me, and especially my family, are excited to get back there. And we've met so many great people with just being there for the 6 months that I was there, that have already reached out to me and excited to see me again. So it'll be nice to see some familiar faces, and then hopefully around the rink too. It'll be exciting times.
Well, Tariq, we cannot wait to get you back and to have the season start. I know everybody is super excited to get going. Probably not soon enough, but we really appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your time and out of your off season to join us and give us a little insight into your process. And we look forward to seeing you back here soon.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Shafran. Thank you.